timers, and now my notes have all gone away because I clicked on that 1 second. There. Now they're up over there on my screen. Hi, everybody. Today is August 8th, 2018. My name is Jen. Hello, Kim. Hello. I think Shannon might watch. She's another Noomer. So hey, Shannon. Right, so I woke up this morning, and I think no one else has said that they're from an earlier time zone. So I think everybody's East Coast US, Midwest, and California. So for the most part, I'm usually the first one on Noom in the morning. So if you haven't been on Noom yet today, this spoiler alert. So woke up this morning, lost 0.4 pounds. Go me! Yay! Yeah, I was happy with that. And now today, well, this morning was the last time I'm weighing myself for a week, so fingers crossed that scale diet works. If it doesn't work, then I'll know that I can't be trusted and I need to be held accountable because I'm extremely immature. Anyway, yeah, so I'm doing this earlier in the day. It's only like 12 noon. I usually do it about 3, but my husband is coming home early because we have to go over to his parents, and yeah, so there you go. But that's silly stuff and I don't want to talk about it. But anyway, so this morning on Noom, they pretty much talked about environmental factors and how you deal psychologically with situations, whether it's at home, out in a social environment, say a restaurant, whatever. It was all very interesting. And it talked about, I can't remember what it was called, but I've written making excuses for bad eating behavior. And one of the things was blaming the environment. So I guess what they said was, for an example, there was Susie or whoever, and she went out and she was going out to dinner with her friends, and she'd made plans ahead of time to order a house salad and broiled chicken or something like that, and to be very good and to eat very healthily. And she got there and she placed her order just like she thought she was going to, and then the waiter brought out bread and butter. And all of her friends who were out to tea with her were eating bread, and she picked up a slice. And then she picked up another slice and another slice. And they were sort of talking about how her friends didn't force her to eat the bread, but because she didn't want to seem different or separate herself or distinguish her diet from theirs, she ate. And I thought a lot about this, and what I thought was, I do the same things, or I used to, but I used my friends as an excuse to eat bread before. Not because I didn't think I'd fit in, or I thought it might be bad if I said no. I used my friends as an excuse to stuff my face. I used my husband, who gets a starter, to eat, basically. So that's something I really need to look at. Recently, I have not been doing that. I have not been getting a starter. I have, if Ian's gotten a starter, then I might have a single bite of whatever he's gotten. That way I don't feel like I'm, oh God, my words are nowhere today. So I don't feel like I'm punishing myself, because when I don't let myself have something that I really like, I feel like I'm punishing myself, and I don't, that's not the road that I want to go down here. So anyway, so it was a really good lesson, and it really actually made me think. And then they asked, what are your sort of go-to default foods that if you deprived yourself of them, would you miss? So these are my 3 foods. Cheesecake, because I like to bake and I make a pretty good cheesecake. I make pretty good flavored cheesecakes. I miss pancakes and I miss maple syrup. I am a big pancake fan. I am a pancake, butter, maple syrup girl. And frankly, if I'd had another space, because you could only choose 3, I probably would have thrown brioche French toast in there, but pancakes were more important. So I think what basically they were saying was, you need to get yourself to a point where you won't binge on those things. So I don't think I would ever binge on pancakes. I just really like them. So I would always have maybe 2 or 3 and I would be done. And I wouldn't even have to have bacon like everybody else because I just like pancakes. Cheesecake, I can't trust myself with yet. I just cannot do that because I will eat a slice and then wait a half an hour and go get another slice. And if it's in the fridge, there you go. So that brought up a whole nother block of not really issues, but things that I need to do, which I have done this morning after I had my breakfast, which is we had a lot of sort of snacky things left from when my grandson came to stay. And we had Oreo Thins, and I had a bag that had like dots and Tootsie Rolls and flavored Tootsie Rolls in. And we had taken him to a sweet shop, and he had forgotten his bag of candy from the sweet shop, which made me feel bad, but his mom would kill me if I shipped it to her, so I completely threw that away. But I did keep the variety bag with the dots and all that stuff in because like their shelf life is a million years and I can hand it out for Halloween. So, but everything that was not appropriate right now for me because I am immature and have no self-control at the moment has been put away in a cupboard where I go to get my Christmas place settings out. So out of sight, out of mind. I mean, I'm not gonna think about them again until December 25th or when Halloween comes around and I go, oh, I stashed that there. So yeah, so that was just a positive thing that I did today and I felt really good about that. So there you go. Right, speaking of Halloween stuff, my what do you call it, harvest mix came today from America, which is basically, if you're not American then you won't know this, but if you're American you know, it's like candy corn bits mixed with the little pumpkins, the little haystack things and stuff, and that got put away too. Mincing no words, when October 1st hits, that candy will go in a dish and that will be my true test. Because my husband and I were talking about that sort of thing. I think what I'll do is I'll say, you can have a piece of candy corn a day. You just need to find out how many calories are in a piece of candy corn and you need to do that much more exercise to make up for it. But you can have that. So there you go. So it was all really good this morning. I was well pleased with that. And now that I've made the decision to go on a scale diet, I'm a little bit nervous, but not. Another point they made today in falling in line with this was that when you do slip and you go off the wagon, say you go to a Farm League Yankees game and drink too much beer, or you go to London and you eat 10 nachos instead of 1, or whatever. Even though I didn't eat my dinner that night, that was still bad. Anyway, where was I going with this? See, give me a second to gather my thoughts. Just give me a second to gather my thoughts. I've tried to gather my thoughts and I don't even remember where I was going with that. And the only way to find out is to stop the video and watch it, and then something will click. But something might click anyway. Yeah. Not good. I am going to stop the video. I will be right back. Okay. Hi! I'm back. I know where I was going with that last thought. One of the other things that they talked about in today's lessons were about when you suffer yourself being a fool and not sticking to what you're supposed to stick to, and then the scale goes whoop instead of whoop. People get really negative about themselves and say, oh, I failed, and da 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 da, and I should go eat everything, and da 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 da. Instead of actually analyzing, one, why you've done it. Why did you do that? Do you know? Instead of doing that, analyze why you've done it, learn from it, and think about all the times that you didn't do that. Instead of being negative, be positive. So, yeah. So I am going to try to start to do that. Again, because I guess I keep saying I'm immature, but I must be. But because I need that reward, that scale reward, like getting on the scale and seeing I've lost some weight every day. I'm really nervous about doing that scale diet now, but I'm still going to do it because, yeah. Well, I'm going to do it because why are you doing that to yourself? Because I want to see a larger result. Larger being a larger weight loss, not me larger, than I do on a day-by-day basis, because I might go 3 days, 4 days and not lose a thing, and that is very frustrating for me. So I have to keep reminding myself of that, or put a note on the fridge and say, this is why you're doing this. Because clearly I don't have a good memory, even short term. Starting to worry about that, by the way. Yeah, so it was really good this morning. Noom was great this morning. I'm really pleased and I'm happy, and I'm just going to keep going with what I'm doing. Other than that, life in general, like I said, we're going to Ian's parents pretty quickly. And what am I doing? When I get back, I'm probably going to be knitting and throwing some stuff in the crock pot for dinner tonight, because I decided I got like 95% lean beef, and I thought, I have a giant crock pot, like a great big crock pot, and I thought, we don't need that. We don't need giant crock pot, because you decide, oh, I can have more because we've got so much, right? So I went on Schlamazon and I bought a 2-person crock pot. So tonight I am, or this afternoon when I get back, I'm going to put about half of the amount of lean ground beef I would normally put in, mix that in with some taco seasoning, and then layer that with baby corn and cauliflower and beans, and then put a thin layer of mashed tatty on top of that. Did anybody else notice that mashed potato is a green food? I don't get that, but I'm happy because I like mashed tatty. Anyway, that's the thing. What was it? White bread is a red food, but mashed potatoes are a green food. What's the difference in the carbs? I'm confused. Anyway, just something to think about. So that's what I'm going to make for dinner tonight. It's 2 servings. Pop, done. Don't have to think about it. There you go. Done. Also this morning, just so you have an idea of how I'm trying to mix it up with my food, I toasted a piece of toast. I poached an egg. I don't butter the toast. I got this Weight Watchers shredded cheese that's like 46 calories for, I think it's like 100 grams or something like that. It's like a lot. And I sprinkle like maybe 5 grams on it. Sorry, my husband's emailing me from the car. And I put that on, and then I shook some garlic powder and with herbs and spices mixed into it, and then I put my poached egg on top of that. And it added a lot of flavor to my poached egg. It wasn't just so bland. And yeah, I would suggest you try it because it is quite nice. It's a good little breakfast. And with that, I had a cup of chai tea. And I use stevia pure organic, so there's no calories in it, but it's just like sugar, basically, and it comes from a plant, so I don't have to worry about cancer. Yeah, so, and what else? And my treat tonight is going to be a cup of pineapple and strawberry blended milkshakey thing with 2 tablespoons of vanilla yogurt in. And that's my treat tonight. So anyway, so yeah, I guess that's about it. I hope everybody's okay and that you're having a lot of success and that your feral cats are okay, Kim. I love him. Poor Sarah-Lee. Anyway, right-to-yo. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great day, and no matter where you are in the world. And I will see you same time tomorrow. Okay? Bye, everybody. Bye. Shut up.